Hello everyone, Thunderous Wolf here. Welcome one, welcome all, to another stream. Zuvian, Cute Dragon Spotted, The Splooey, Cute Otter Spotted, any lurkers in the chat, welcome on in. I hope you all have been having a good day today. Chat, today has been a very busy one for me today. Mostly in the sense that I, once more, went to my online class today. I got up for that. And everything. I did that, did some recordings, some audio recordings of the next YouTube script, or I guess I could just say a recording. I did it all in one take, but I'll do my editing spiel, chop it up like so that I take out any sounds of like mistakes or breathing and things like that. I'll tell you what, early me when I started on this whole YouTube thing, I mean, effectively restarted, because I was doing YouTube, I've said it once before, but TLDR restarted, if you want to get down with the specifics of it, back like 4 years ago, I think it's been now. Yeah, well, it's been well over 4, I think, at this point. Yeah, March, April, around there of 2020 was when I got back into it. I, for some reason, would leave in the audio of, like, me inhaling for, like, in between lines or, like, paragraphs or something. Nowadays, I make sure to keep all that out so it doesn't mess with the video's flow, and so that you don't hear me, like, licking my lips and everything. at least for, like, YouTube's sake, though. Obviously, with it being Twitch, I can only do so much, so you hear... I am so sorry to anyone who had to hear that. But chat... Anyway, welcome one, welcome all. Let's head into the arcade. The arcade is open once more. And chat, we are going to waste no time. We're going to immediately get into Burnout 3 Takedown. It has been a hot minute. Pause the music here. It has been a hot minute since I have played this game. The last time that I remember playing Burnout 3 Takedown was back when I was still using my Steam Deck. Oh god, my mouse is still on the screen. Was when I was still using my Steam Deck. Like I had that hooked up to like my capture card and everything. When I was still using my laptop before my laptop got like just overworked and everything. For anyone who was around for that, the laptop saga has come to an end and everything. So I remember that. So it's been a hot minute since I've played Burnout 3, and I will admit, having played a lot of like Burnout Dominator as of late, like both on stream and then off when I've been doing my own thing for like the YouTube video, the review on Dominator that I will be getting to work on here soon. That was the script recording that I did earlier today for that. And yeah, I figured I'm still in the Burnout mood. Let's cause some vehicular mayhem on the roads, shall we? Yes, we shall. I don't know why I asked, because I am the streamer, and what I say goes. Should I cause TTS Monster Chaos today? It's entirely up to you. Wait, not cute. Yes, you are. So... Man, okay. So on that note of thinking about like how long it's been since I last played Dominator, or since I last played Dominator. What am I on about? Since I last played Burnout 3. It's been a hot it's been a hot minute since I played Burnout 3. But it's also just crazy to think about like how far the stream itself has come, because it quite literally used to be that I would just do the
using boost gives your vehicle a speed boost.
I could drink 20 beers and still be better than you all nincompoops cardigram. And it'll be better than you all.
What the fuck? Shadow. Shadow. About those 20 beers, Shadow. Hey!
You do all.
Bottoms, when you call them cute, be like,
hey, let me suck on that hog. Me suck a duck.
That timing!
Hey, let me.
That was brilliant timing.
Happening at the same time. Okay, so earning boost is one thing, but to win...
Okay, I forgot about the street. Yo, it's Combat Show. Welcome on in. All good, man. Duze Pariah, welcome on in. Good to see ya. That was really good timing. Bottoms with their cold cute, be like. That was really damn good timing. I'm proud of that. Can you tell me about that one, the TTS that you sent? I think well, I think Haney might have did that one last week. I forget, but the shadow, like having a stroke effectively, it rings a bell. It rings a bell for me. Oh, but so goodness, if I could word good, which I don't know, can I word good? I don't know. We might not be wording good today.
Something new.
But it's been a while since we visited Burnout 3, and that's reminded me of just how far the stream itself has come. Because it quite literally just used to be the gameplay screen, and then my not even an animate, animate is a bit of words. Not even like a PNG, but I wouldn't like do the head tilt to like the side and everything, like as I'm speaking here and everything. It would literally just be like a bit of a fade effect, I would darken like the non-talking sprite. And then I would increase the brightness like back to its normal size, or not normal size, normal value rather, for when I was talking. And I used to be just dead set in the center of like the screen, just minimized and everything. And so here, audio seems to be a bit loud still on my end. Let me turn that down. I'm gonna be winging it on the audio here. Let me know if the game audio is fine, if it's a bit too loud, too quiet, and then I will adjust values from there. So it's crazy to think just how long ago it's been since I started, because I started, for anyone newer to the stream, I started in January of this year, and that is nuts to think about for me, because it has been, gosh, it's been, well, if we're counting January, right? Because January, February, March, April, yeah, so it's been almost a full year. Like as soon as 2025 comes around and whatnot, once we get started on the new year for 2025, not only will we be in the year of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is scary to think about, because for anyone who doesn't know, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is my personal favorite Call of Duty game of all time. And back when Black Ops 2 released, we all thought that 2025 was like distant future, right? We were all thinking, how is that not a takedown? We were all thinking that that 2025 was still a ways away, because it was 2012 at the time. So we still had some time. We still had some time to enjoy parts of our life and everything. And I mean, I was about to say me when I was in school. I still am in school, just through college and everything. But when I was in elementary / high school, like during those years and everything, man, life was good. Life was good. I didn't have to worry about a lot of things in life. Man, I will say, my parents were right. They told me, hey, don't grow up. You're gonna regret it. Don't grow up. And look at me now. Look at me. Well, no, okay. You know what? Like on a real note, for as much as adult life can suck at times, I do think that there are a ton of things that I can appreciate now that I'm an adult and everything. You know, of course, the whole like being able to make your own decisions and not needing to fly everything by your parents anymore, and all of that. That's like the big one and everything. That sense of independence that you get when you become an adult and everything. But I just, it's because of that independence I'm able to enjoy a lot more. I'm able to buy the games that I want. I'm able to go to where I want. I'm able to, just go to where I want, do what I want, and all of that jazz. Was fact-checking my use of integer warping and finding an image of Ariane, is that how you say it? Ariane 501's failure. Existential shit hits hard. It can at times, yeah. I've had days where my mind enters the, oh my god, this is real life, isn't it? Like damn. I'll just be chilling one day, and then and it doesn't happen often, but I have had days where I'm thinking to myself like, damn. Yeah, this is real life, isn't it? We are indeed living, aren't we? This is real life, huh? This is, yeah. But like it doesn't last for long. I keep on, so I still have muscle memory from Burnout Dominator. I wasn't boosting there because I'm waiting. I was thinking we were still in Burnout Dominator, and so I'm waiting for my supercharge boost to kick in and everything. But I'm like, wait a minute, this is Burnout 3. There is no such thing as supercharge boost here, is there? which there is not. There is not. There's just the regular boost that you get from being dangerous out on the road and everything. Speaking of like Burnout 3 and like the Burnout 3 menus and everything, I do want to. I do still eventually want to try out Dangerous Driving. The game is called. Basically, the like the same group of people. The same group of people who made like some of the earlier, like who made like some of the greats, like Burnout 3, Takedown, and Revenge and everything. They like, what is it? I forget the name of the studio off the top of my head, but they made their own like Burnout inspired game and everything. Which is called Dangerous Driving. From what I have heard about Dangerous Driving, I've heard that for Dangerous Driving, it is a situation where it's like not as good. It's like a dollar store Burnout 3, I guess. I don't even know if that's like the accurate way to describe it and whatnot, but that's like the initial impressions, and that's the initial impressions I've heard from other people, and that's the initial impressions that I get whenever I see like gameplay and everything. Here, hold on, the volume on my microphone is not. What? Shadow, are you? Oh my God. Okay, Shadow, chill. Chill. Ah, that clicking noise. No. Why is that clicking noise a thing? No, stop. Are you done? Are you done? Why is the Shadow voice so easily broken? What the sake? Hey, you were close, Sam. You were close. But yo, Sam JR3, welcome on in. Welcome. Good to see ya. How's the day been for ya? Getting existential dissuades me from offering myself because, like, think of how lucky I am to exist at this period of time in this star system on this planet of this species and of this country, and in this country. Gotcha. What the I'm not reading that sentence out loud. I will lose a lot of respect for myself if I find myself unironically repeating that phrase later on. I ain't about to. I'm gonna practice what I preach and not say Krungo shit in the stream. But yeah, so what else was I talking about? I was talking about the, so Dangerous Driving. I do still want to play Dangerous Driving at some point, like on stream and everything. I'm just not sure when I would be able to do it because I tried to look up Dangerous Driving on Steam and it wasn't there. I haven't done an active like search for it nowadays, but I remember checking on on like the PlayStation Store, for instance, for like my PlayStation 5, what's it called? Yeah, I was about to say Burnout. I mean, we're playing Burnout, that's why. But I remember seeing it on like the PlayStation Store and everything. But I still need to get a situation like figured out for my PlayStation in terms of streaming and whatnot. Because the way that the audio is set up for the PlayStation 5, you can't have both HDMI and the audio like through your headset go through. It has to be through one or the other. So and that's what like the chat link is for from Elgato, for instance. That's what the Elgato or things like the Elgato chat link. I'm sure there's other like chat link equivalents and everything for the PlayStation. But that way you're able to get audio to like both directed to your headset as well as like the audio being able to be heard. All right, fuck off, game. You know what? I'm just gonna get the silver. This shit sucks. But what was I saying? But that's like the way that you can redirect like the audio through both channels and whatnot. Whereas like something on Xbox, for instance, it just naturally allows you to direct the audio through both your headset and it just allows you to naturally direct the audio through both your headset and the HDMI. So honestly, for like the sake of the stream and whatnot, I don't know, that would really only be any console exclusive type of situations. Like if I were to do like Dangerous Driving, for instance, it seems like Dangerous Driving is a console exclusive because, like I said, I haven't been able to find it on Steam and whatnot. So if I were to do that, that would probably be like one of the few console exclusive things that I would be doing. Otherwise, I would just like play games off of the PC I've got here, since my hardware can handle it and whatnot. The hardware can handle it. And it would just be, not only would the hardware be able to handle it, but it would be super convenient as well for that. Oh, excuse me, because I wouldn't need to like haul the the console over from like one area of like my room to the other. I wouldn't need to rearrange HDMI cables. I wouldn't need to get a whole capture card into the equation. It's just OBS. It's just OBS. Boot up the game. Make sure the game looks right and everything. Make sure the aspect ratio and the resolution is all good to go, and you're set from there. Man, I will say, thinking about the Elgato HD60 in particular, that makes me think of like all of the different equipment that I've like used and everything. Especially because of the fact that I have like a PC that can handle like graphically intense games and everything. How I haven't needed to use a capture card in particular, because a capture card was essential for like my early years and everything. Whether it was the HD60 that I would use, the Elgato HD60 that I would use for things like the Nintendo Switch, for instance, or just anything. I mean, that was like the main thing that I used before I got my my 4K 60S Plus. And I remember, on the note of the 4K 60S Plus, the main reason why I was super interested in that is because the 4K 60 allows you to do standalone recording, where you can hook up your HDMIs and everything. You got to hook up your power cable and everything too, if you're doing the standalone recording. But you can hook up the power cable, hook up your HDMIs, insert an SD card as well into there, and you can just tap the record button, and you are good to go there. And you can record, what was it, up to like 5.5 to 6 hours, I think it was, of like total storage, if you're doing it in like the maximum supported resolution, which was, as the name implies, for the 4K 60S Plus, you could go all the way up to 4K for the resolution and whatnot. Road Rage, baby. Yeah, boy. Road Rage, my favorite mode in all of Burnout. This will be fun. This will be fun, boy. But I've been thinking about that because I started off with the Elgato HD60. That HD60, I think I might have said this on stream before. I forget off the top of my head if I have. And even then, it might have been a while since I would have said it if I did. But that Elgato HD60, along with the microphone that I'm still using to this day right now, the Blue Yeti, those were both Christmas gifts from my dad and my grandma on his side. All of those years ago when I first expressed interest in like doing YouTube stuff and everything. I've still got that to this day. It definitely is showing its age, though. If anyone was around for the capture card shitting the bed parts of like the stream when I was using my laptop still to do a lot of the like recording and the streaming and whatnot. But then, well, no, streaming I hadn't done. Streaming I had my 4K 60 by then, so it would have just been recording by then. And then I forget when exactly off the top of my head. It was 2021, somewhere around there. The reason why I'm guessing, I forget what the year was exactly, but the reason why I'm guessing around that ballpark is because I distinctly remember being excited that I had that capture card for Battlefield 2042, when 2042 was being scheduled to launch and everything. Oh, how naive I was about Battlefield 2042. I've gone on this whole spiel plenty of times before. I will not let it go. I will, for as long as I live, until the day that I die, until the day that I error 404, I will always have a rivalry against Battlefield 2042 because it had such promise. It was shaping up to be such a damn good game, and then they just had to go and fuck it all up. They had a good thing going, they just fucked it all up with the specialists and just the absolute dog shit other game design choices that were that were going on as well. But we're not here to complain about Battlefield 2042 for the 17th time in a row. We're here to do some gaming and streaming, but the current conversation, the current topic of conversation, yo, signature takedown, let's go. But the current topic of conversation is like my capture cards and like my setup and everything. So, 2 signature takedowns, let's go. So So I remember being really stoked for that. And the reason why is because at that time I still only had my laptop, which was / still is, because I still have the laptop and it's still working and everything. College / productivity focused and everything. So I was already kind of pushing the thing beyond its limits when I was using it for recording, like with my HD60. Let alone when I was streaming with it throughout most of this year and whatnot. But I mean, with the laptop for streaming wise and everything, that was really the only solution that I had up to that point. And I did genuinely want to start streaming and everything at that point. So there was that, the 4K 60. If you want to get like specific with it, I do have the chat link that I mentioned at the. I cannot believe that was a takedown. Holy shit! I do have the previously mentioned chat link. I've got that still with me. I've got in terms of like what was it? No, I think that's about it, because that's the only two that I had. Well, you know what? No, okay. I did briefly have an HD60X, which was like, it's like focused on what, 2560 by 1440. It's focused on 1440p rather than like ultra, like, you know, rather than 4K and whatnot. Boy, I do love when I make a move on an opponent and then I get shunted to the side as if I was the one getting like slammed into from behind. I love when the game detects that I slam into an opponent and the game is like, oh, you clearly must have been the target, not the one doing the shunting and whatnot. I love that about Burnout 3. I love that so much, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Bam, rip to the taxi there. We got him though. Woo! Ah, my desk. Owie. Deskbang.mp3. But there was a brief moment where I had a not a 4K, 4K, bro, Cotton 4K, where I had an HD60X, and the reason why I had to let go of that HD60X was because the adapter that I was using in order to hook up my HD60, like all of the other stuff, like the USB-C to whatever it is, because for my laptop it was like a USB-C port that I had to, like a USB-C to however many USB-As there were and everything like that. I used that, and whatchamacallit, it just wasn't powerful enough. It just wasn't powerful enough to handle the HD60X, so I had to return that. I had to settle for my HD60, and honestly, that was a blessing in disguise, because there's no way that I would have been able to output the stream or there's no way that I would have, well, no, you know what? No, okay, no, I remember why I got it. I remember why I got it now. Because if I'm remembering the details of the HD60X right, it was a situation where you could like have the screen display the game to you in a different resolution and whatnot. So I think if I'm remembering right, it was the game could display, or the game could be displayed on your end at one specific resolution, so like, you know, 1440p for instance, and then the output of the stream would be different. So like on my end of things here, like on my screen, you know, it would be 1440p, and then for you guys it would be 1080. I'm blanking on the exact term, like what the exact word is used for that. What is that? I keep on wanting to say it's something to do with cross something. I don't think that's it. But whatever the name of the feature is, where you're able to have like your game output in one resolution for you, and then have the stream, you know, have it be output for the stream in another resolution. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but the term for that. But in any case, that was my original intention when thinking of starting with the stream and whatnot. Man, that Underground 2 poster. Yeah, I mentioned this last week during last week's streams. The early to mid 2000s promotional material. The early 2000s promotional material for for like all the different games. There was Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. There was we just passed by Underground 2. I wonder what other kinds of advertising there were in here and everything. But yeah, so I remember. Holy shit! I wasn't. Yo, another signature takedown. Fuck yeah! I wasn't even aiming for that, but I'll take that. But yeah, so I remember remember that. I don't know why Burnout 3 of all games just prompted me to just do that and everything. Man, I will say, okay, so I'm gonna keep on going on the Burnout 3 note a little bit here. I remember there would be like specific sections of the track or like specific maps and whatnot where there would be a little bit of a slowdown. Excuse me, a little bit of slowdown and everything. Because while the Steam Deck was and still is super powerful and whatnot, especially for like how much you have to pay to get it, and the fact that you can take the Steam Deck anywhere you go, and all of that. It's still not gonna ever replace a full-blown, like, you know, gaming PC and whatnot. Like, if you wanted to use it for productivity stuff, then maybe, then that's a separate conversation because of the Steam Deck's desktop mode and everything. You could use the Steam Deck as like a work-based productivity kind of machine, like if it came down to it. And oh god, I don't know why I decided to steer right there. I don't know why I decided to do that. Oh, we're 16 seconds ahead. Okay, we're fine. No, we got this in the bag. I thought the AI were gonna be right up on our ass. We can just cruise to the finish at this point. Whee! I'm not even gonna hit the boost. We don't need to. Yeah, look at that. Clear line of sight to the win. Easy. Like to practice what you preach. Is that a fucking Depeche mode? Did I say Depeche mode reference? Redirect the Kerbal Space Program mod. Haven't heard of that mod. What does that mod do? Geese outside my window won't quit yapping. Oh no! Goob yap for the geese. Honk, 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 honk. I wonder what they're talking about. Geese be yapping. Woo! Audio jungle. Copyrighted music. I don't want that playing. This ain't a Marbles on Stream. Quit playing the music game. E and Depsh. So it'd be E and Depsh is silent, methinks. Gotcha. But yeah, so I'm trying to, I keep on saying but yeah today. I don't know why. I think that's the thing I've always been saying. But yeah, to wiggle. But yeah. Oh yeah. The Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. Hit the split, boy. Here, I'm gonna get myself some agua because I am a thirsty boy right now. Woo! Congratulations, invited to a special event in Europe. I will get to that special. Depeche, okay. Pronounced Depeche, me, thanks. Gotcha. I already did that. Crash mode. Let's do this one. All right, time to do some crash mode. I will say, and redirect adds shuttle SDLV parts. Gotcha. Nice. So I was, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so crash mode. I'm still wondering where crash mode went for Burnout Dominator, because I remember for Dominator, one of the big things that I was like thinking about, I was like, wait, where did crash mode go and everything? Which, on the note of crash mode, I've said it once before, but I'll say it again here for anyone who like hasn't heard before and whatnot. Burnout 3's crash mode is my personal favorite iteration of the mode. I vastly prefer Burnout 3's crash mode because in Burnout 3 here, you've got the optional side objectives that you can go for. Like the first couple of crash mode events are very straightforward. You saw that straight line of getting the bronze bonus, the silver bonus, the lightning bolt that was the boost and everything, and then the gold boost to like boosting your total damage caused in money for like the gold and whatnot. In Burnout Dominator, there's nothing like that. And in Revenge, there's like the higher scores that you need to get to, but you don't have any of the power-ups and whatnot in order to get to that goal. And all that. Like, you don't have your cash bonuses, you don't have the like boost whatchamacallit, like the boost bar and everything. There's no like strategy with how you want to play like things out, because you don't need to get all of the cars in a crash mode event here in Burnout 3. You just have to get the right combination of cars crashed versus what bonuses that you pick up along the way. So there's a little bit of a... Wow, hold on. I don't know if it's coming through in the stream. Look at the American flag up there. Oh my god, that is... What is that? Oh my god, that looks rough. That looks rough. That doesn't even look like it's like part of the game. Look at this. I'm just now seeing the American flag up there. It's like a GIF. It's like a GIF, not like actually like animated with the wind and everything there. I didn't notice that until now through how many times? I think only once, maybe twice. I forget. I definitely played it once, like once on stream and whatnot for the for like one of the first streams that I had been doing and whatnot. No, I want to get the bronze. I want to get that bronze, baby. I want to get that bronze bonus, baby. So 3, 2, 1, go, boy. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Boost. Cha-ching. 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 Get to the bus here. Explode on the buses there. Oh man, my wreckage didn't go through for the other two there. Come on, give it to me, man. Give it to me. Everyone's brakes just magically failing at this particular intersection and everything. Oh, one extra taxi. So yeah, so what I was mentioning earlier about the about how you don't need to get every single car in the crash mode event in order to get the gold. We skipped by those like taxis at the first, like, crossing the first intersection there. We just went straight for all of the bonuses and everything, and from that single intersection towards the end there, we were still able to get the gold and everything. In Revenge, you have to get, like, most, if not all, of the cars in order to get the gold for that. And personally, like I said, I think it removes the strategy of like, you know, what power-ups you want to get. And especially later on when the Heartbreaker, not power-up because it takes away half your score, the Heartbreaker penalty, I guess, you know, how you maneuver your way through, like, around the Heartbreaker penalty, how you maneuver your way around that while still making sure that you have enough to get the bronze and, like, the silver and all of those bonuses and whatnot. And how in, like, some of the whatchamacallits in some instances, like, I don't know if anyone saw it good there, but the whatchamacallit, like the bronze medal there and whatnot, we had to skip past that in order to get the silver, so we could do, like, the little twisty ramp thingy, the speed ramp. Okay, so we do need to get that gold thing at the bottom there. So not sure how we're gonna get it, but no, I want that gold, baby. I ain't gonna settle for silver here. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Whee! Boost. Instant boost. Speed. Boink. Am I still in a good spot? I should still be in a good spot. Yeah, there we go. All right, we didn't get fucked over by having our wreckage pushed off to the side and everything. We were in a good spot to get the gold there. We ought to be good. There's the gold, baby. Yep, there we go. That being said, though, even though I do prefer Burnout 3's crash mode over Burnout Revenge is still my absolute favorite Burnout game of all time, without question. And I will say, probably again, I've probably mentioned this before. I will admit, I do have a bit of a bias towards Revenge because that was the game I played a fuck ton of when I was a kid. And everything with the PlayStation 2 specifically and everything. Man, more than I think about it, PlayStation 2 was a fucking awesome console. I know we talked about this once on stream before. I forget, it might have been you, Ace Combat Chill, it might have been you who said this, though correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that, like, the graphical leap from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, you don't think we're ever going to experience that again. I agree. I don't think there's ever going to be as impressive of a graphical leap from the PS1 to the PS2. And honestly, I don't think we're gonna have another, like, gaming era, if you want. Oh, hold on, I want to get that bronze. Well, I don't think we're ever gonna have another gaming era like the PlayStation 2 and, like, later on the 360 and whatnot. Like, I think that specific era of gaming has passed and whatnot, especially because of like corporations and everything, you know, seeing us as dollar signs on, like, spreadsheets and whatnot. Like the art of, like, actually making a a game for it to be good has unfortunately been like very lost, because you don't even necessarily need to make a good game in order for it to be profitable. You know, if you have just the right amount of good, if you can get away, if you can find that balance as a AAA studio, if you can find that balance of putting in just enough effort in order for customers to keep on like pre-ordering your game. So if you're doing like a yearly cycle thing, like Call of Duty, for instance, Black Ops 6 came out recently, so that's what popped into my mind. If you're doing like Call of Duty stuff and things like that, then yeah. Then if you find that balance as a AAA studio, people are just gonna keep buying your product and whatnot. Yeah, I think that was me. Gaming needs more consumer protection laws. They really do, and that actually reminds me. Has anyone else heard about the U.S. Copyright Office shooting down the latest like big preservation effort being made? What was it? The U.S. Like DMCA like thing shot down. What was it like? Special protections, right, for DMCA copyright stuff. So like games that you can't realistically like get through legal commercial means and everything, like those can't be preserved at libraries and shit like that anymore. It's just they shot that down. To be honest, we need more consumer protection laws, period, but especially in gaming. Yeah, both in general and especially in gaming too. I'm absolutely with you there. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I haven't checked on what progress the Stop Killing Games movement has done specifically. So I mean, maybe the Stop Killing Games movement, maybe like people over in Europe will have like a better time, but at least here in the United States and whatnot, I have a feeling that in terms of like video game preservation and whatnot, we're just kind of fucked. We're just gonna have to keep on. We're gonna keep on having to make regular visits to Vim Jones or no, what was it? John Vim. There we go. Vim Jones. You know what? That works. Yeah. But we'll have to keep on making visits to John Vim and CD Blake Romance. I'm trying to find a good name for the other websites. CD Blake. I don't know. CD projects. You know, I'm not good. I'm not good with alternate names for those sites. Wink, 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 nudge, nudge. We're gonna have to, yeah. And real quick, for any undercover FBI, CIA agents in the chat right now, especially with the ruling that was made recently and whatnot, and if anyone of such nature is watching the VOD here while it's still up on here, and whenever this VOD gets uploaded to the YouTube channel, that is meant to be a joke. I am kidding. I am not advocating for such an illegal thing. I absolutely think that we as consumers should keep on spending our $70, $80, $90, $100 for games that will last us, what, 2, 3, 4 years or something like that? 2 weeks in Concord's case. I mean, even though Concord, like, you were able to get a full refund for that if you bought it. But, you know, 2 weeks to, like, 4 years, that's the time frame. We should absolutely keep on wasting our money because, you know, companies like EA and Activision, they totally have our best interest in heart. They totally know what's going on. So do not take any of what I said just a minute ago or so seriously. Please and thank you. CD is love. I'm an OIA agent. Perfect lap. One more to go. Whee! Yeah, man. Though it does really sting though, because I read the full thing on the video game history. Oh my god, that was threading the needle there. I read the full like response, like the response article for the Video Game History Foundation's website, and everything, and I'm thinking like, damn, man, because that's the thing that's like super risky when it comes to preservation, is that as soon as a decision in a legal setting is made, that is going to be the precedent that other challenges are going to, that like other people, you know, like trying to shoot down preservation efforts, that like they're going to cite that. So if another big preservation effort happens in some years' time, the decision that the Copyright Office, the U.S. Copyright Office, made just a little bit ago, that is more than likely going to be something that a lawyer will use in a legal setting to be like, here is why we should completely fuck customers over. They're not going to use that exact verbiage in court, but that's like effectively they're saying, hey, so here is why we've had this argument once before, and it went this way, and for a good reason. Here is why we should keep on fucking the consumer over with such bullshit decisions. That's effectively what's gonna happen, and you know that's why emulation has consistently been in like this gray area, because there's just way too high of a risk that if emulation were to be challenged in a legal setting, and it turns out that like the U.S. Copyright Office or whoever, or whoever would be like, okay, well, it's been brought to a legal setting, so here's a legal precedent. Any and all emulation is like now banned. You know, if we detect files on like your computer and everything, then you're gonna go to jail for like, you know, a year and some change and shit like that. Like if that ruling were to ever be made, then just emulation as a whole would just get completely screwed over. And, oh, can I get the aftertouch? Fuck you, game, that aftertouch was mine! Can I get this one? Fuck you, game, that aftertouch was mine as well! Genuinely bend your own dick and shove it up your own ass. But what else was I saying? So yeah, so there's that fear. So there's that fear of whatchamacallit, like when Citra and, well, more so Yuzu, but Citra as a result, when that got shut down. I mean, to be fair, the main reason why Yuzu got shut down was just because it was Nintendo of all companies. You know, Nintendo's got them big boy bucks to be able to just sue whoever they want and force like the competition to just quit. Like even if the competition were to have a good defense, would they have enough resources, aka money, to last in court in order for you to get to that point? You know, that's why the whole Pal World situation between them and YouTube, people are wondering, like, is Pal World or the developers of Pal World even going to be able to stand a chance, just because of how massive Nintendo's budget is. Just because of how massive Nintendo's budget is and everything, even if the like, you know, trying to sue over a game mechanic is complete bullshit, even if it's bullshit, Nintendo might just be able to win by default because they might keep on. It might just be a battle of attrition in the courts. It might not even be about proving a point. It might just be a matter of, okay, let's wait until the developers of Pal World, you know, wait until their resources run dry, and so they're forced to like give us the victory and everything, and then we can just use that win, even if it was completely bullshit, to say, hey, remember how you can't throw balls at other characters in like a video game world? Hey, remember that whole lawsuit and everything? Yeah, the methods may have not exactly been a one-to-one correlation, but hey, the ruling was in our favor, and regardless of the logistics of it all, regardless of the specifics and everything, we won that at the end of the day. So can't do that, or else Daddy Nintendo is going to give you a spanking and shit like that, and just like, yeah. Yo, Green Eagle, welcome. Good to see. Oh, okay, bye, Green Eagle. Bye. Green Eagle's peacing out. Bye. Wait, Green Eagle, you come to the stream, type in !thunder, have stream elements post the lie that is me being 769% cute, and you just dip. That's the whole point of you coming to the stream today, was just for you to do that and then dip. Oh man, but I hope your day's been going good though, man. Good to see you. Look at this, 769%, 578% cute. What is happening here? Oh no, the era, not the era. I've been in the false information era for some time. Ever since the start of the stream, ever since the start of my streaming career. Kick, wait a minute. It's been good, yeah? Hey, awesome, glad to hear. Kick, wait, not cute enough. Okay, so we've gone from 769% to 578 to 609. I'm gonna get me a sippy of agua. Oh, water is that good shit, boy. Bam. Bumped into my microphone again. Testing. Are we? Yeah, we're still good and everything. Golly, I need to quit bumping into things. Bumpers! I'm bumping into opponents on the road here. I'm bumping into my mic. I'm bumping into everything. Wait, into rivals. So does that mean we got an aftertouch takedown or what? Okay, so I got the into rival plus, but I didn't get the boost for it? There are very specific circumstances in which the game is like, yeah, you probably got that takedown, but we're not going to give it to you anyway because fuck you. Don't get me wrong, Burnout 3 is still an awesome game, but they're great grinding. Hey, hey, hey. Damn right I'm good at grinding. Come here, boy. Oh, how was that not a takedown? Come on. Boo. 358% cube for Zuvian. Now that's a stat that I can believe. Boy, I love it when a taxi is on the other side of a blind hill and I can't see over the blind hill. So then the game is like, hey, buddy, guess what? You were not in this exact lane at this precise moment in time. So the game is like, guess what? Wrong lane, buddy, you're gonna die. My God. How have I not gotten a single takedown yet? These should be takedowns. What the fuck is happening? Come on now. Oh, so I can slam into someone like that and they don't even budge, but okay, sure. Cries in where is the traffic checking? Cries in game is missing traffic checking. That's another reason why Revenge is my absolute favorite, because the traffic checking mechanic is something that I really wish other games would. Fuck you, dude! I'm starting to get fucking tired of this shit. We're at the very end of the Grand Prix, so wait, can you restart the event? Restart, okay, yep, no, fuck you, game, I'm doing this over again. I forgot for a second you can restart individual events, not the whole Grand Prix. I think it's in Revenge it is, where if you hit restart on like event 2 or 3, it just restarts the whole Grand Prix for you. Like, you don't have a choice to restart the whole event. Or just the event itself, rather, you have to restart the whole thing. So if you get fucked in the ass 6 ways from Sunday by 14 different werewolves during the event, you're just kind of SOL in Revenge. But in Burnout 3 Takedown here, you could be like, nah, let's rerun this specific scene. All right, see, there's a takedown. We're already doing good. It's amazing what not getting fucked in the ass by the game will do for you. It's amazing when you're the one plowing into it. Chat, I need help. I think I need a cold shower after stream today. I'm talking a lot about pounding asses today, aren't I? I've noticed. Huh? I'm not even gonna fight that huh. That huh is very well deserved, I think. Huh? Yes, you do. I think, yeah, I think that's fair to say. Can I be the game? Unless. All right, come on, don't be shy now. I'm only at a ×2 boost gauge. Don't be shy. I can pin you into the wall and make you explode really good. Don't be shy now. I mean, if you just want to stay behind for the whole like event and everything, that's fine with me too. That's fine too. Come on now. See, the reason why I'm not okay, well there you are. The reason why I'm not like boosted. Well, golly gee, what was I supposed to do there? I do love it when the game gives you no available means of navigating obstacles. What was I supposed to do there? Had a big truck to the left. Had a big bus on that other side. What was I supposed to do there? Wow, it's lovely when the whatchamacallit, when the intersection is gives you enough of an opening for you to be able to make it through just fine. Woo! Come on now. I will say, so on the note of Grand Prix events, on the note of Grand Prix in Burnout, I've noticed that Burnout has had a bit of a conundrum because it never feels like, or at least to me I should say, it never feels like you're properly rewarded for the, you're never properly rewarded for the effort that you put into a Grand Prix. Or I guess I should say, at least for like Revenge and Dominator, I felt that way. Because in Burnout 3, you actually get a decent amount of unlocks for the Grand Prix. Like, you get like a car or like multiple cars, I think, rather than just like a trophy, for instance, or just like stars for your rating in Revenge and like Dominator points for Dominator's case and everything like that. You get more than just like numbers and everything like that. Which is good because me and my history with numbers and math and everything is yeah, I don't know. You might need to supplement more than just numbers, because I don't know if giving me numbers to work with is exactly a good gift that you would want to give to me for Christmas. Imagine me getting a Christmas gift from chat and they all invested into like this like like military grade calculator or something like that. So then chat goes like, here, now you can do 2 plus 2 on stream and not get it wrong. Here, now you can know that 3 to the power of 3 is cubed and not squared because okay. So I don't know if anyone was around for this moment. But someone asked in the chat, hey, what's 3 cubed? And I accidentally misread that as 3 squared. I read that as 3 to the power of 2, not 3 to the power of 3. And so everyone in the chat being like, that's cubed, thunder, and everything. I thought y'all were saying that I was about to interpret that as 3 times 3. No, like 3, I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? But no, after rewatching the VOD, I'm like, oh, I did say squared, didn't I? Yeah. I did misread that as I somehow misread a 3 as a 2. So that I will concede that was warranted. Was that me? Was that you asking what 3 cubed was? It was either you asked what's 3, yeah, 3 cubed. Yeah, not 3 times 3, 3 cubed. Yeah. 3 to the power of 3, 27, because 3 times 3 is 9 and then 9 times 3 is 27. Bam, baby. I somehow know that. See, knowing that, it's a miracle. What's 3? So yeah, 3, that'd be 3 cubed. What if we send you a math textbook as a Christmas gift? No, well, depends on what math textbook. Well, no, that wouldn't do me any good actually, because I'm not taking any of their math courses. I was about to say, if there comes a point where I need to take another math class in college, and if you guys can give me the textbook that I need for that class, so I don't have to pay for it myself, then by all means go for it. But there are no other requirements, no other math requirements as part of the as part of the digital arts degree that I'm going for, and whatnot. So I don't know if that would make for a good. You could probably find a PDF. That's what I always do. Yeah, whenever it comes time to get textbooks, I always do my damnedest to see if I can see like a PDF of it online, or through other means or something before forking over more of my money to get that. And by the way, hey, also undercover FBI CIA agent in the chat. That is also meant to be a joking statement. That is not meant. I'm not taking that. I'm not doing that any. I do not condone that, nor am I doing that myself. That is all meant to be a joke. That is not meant to be taken as a serious defense in a court of law. By the way, as a heads up, chat, we have 20-something seconds until the ad break. So I will pause the gaming here, and then once the ad break commences, we will get started on the ad break and everything, and then we will go from there. You know what? Actually, executive decision. I'm gonna get the music going now here. I'll just have that playing. I got the extended version of it all and everything. So we can just keep this playing. It'll be all good. But having the textbook in hand is a lot easier to read, in my opinion. But shmoney. For me, it's either way. I don't particularly have a preference to like a physical like textbook in hand, or if it's just like a thing that I read online and everything. Because I've had both. I've had both where I've had to buy like an e-textbook and everything. I've also acquired my fair share of textbooks through other means. Let's just say. Not going to specify anymore though. Beyond that, and then also just textbooks that I've had to buy from like Amazon, and then it gets like delivered and whatnot. So. Here's the, well, actually, I'll save that for once the ad break is done, because I feel like once I start talking about that, that's when the ad break is gonna pop up, and then I'll be like, here's where I think things get a little, and then you'll just get blasted in the face. Like, see right there, you'll just get blasted in the face with like a Call of Duty ad or something like that. So let me get the ad break text. That was a very late pop. Get that on the screen here. Oh, excuse me. I will get up, do a big stretch of the legs and everything. And we will be back when the ad break is done. So I will see you all there. See you all then. Hey, we are back. Let's go. All right, let's pause the music here. Let's get back into the game. Okay, so resuming the thought that I was on before. Resuming what I was saying before and whatnot. Wait, hold on. Chat, does anyone else ever have moments like these in games where you find a sound that like you can loop over and everything, and so you just... So you just start spamming the buttons. All right, I'm done fucking around. So okay, so what I was saying before. So on the note of like textbooks and everything, whenever I have had no choice, like whenever I've done my due diligence in hunting for like a free PDF and whatnot, and like messing around with like other like trying but ultimately turning up no results for alternate means of acquiring that kind of stuff. Whenever I would whenever I would buy like something from like Amazon, for instance, there would always be that option. There's always the option, or at least from some, I don't know if this is like universal for every textbook, but at least for the textbooks that I have gotten from Amazon and whatnot, there's the option to like, flat out buy the textbook and everything. So like buy the textbook, it's yours forever, do whatever you want with it. But then there's also like the renting option on some of the textbooks, depending on what the textbook is about and everything. Like if you need to continuously like tear off pages or like write in the textbook and everything like that, then they're only going to give you the option to buy it, because why would you rent a textbook that you need to extensively use, and then why would they accept the textbook back if like your writing is all over it and everything? They would just need to print out new pages and everything for it anyway. So more so if it's like something that you just need to look at and you don't actually do much in the way of like writing in it and everything. That's when like the renting option becomes available rather than flat out buying it, where like you can get the textbook for a much cheaper cost and everything compared to flat out buying it, but you have to mail it back at the end of the semester. So it'll give you like a date in which you will need to have like mailed the textbook back by and whatnot. And in like the terms and conditions essentially of like renting the textbook is that, and it makes sense on paper, of course, that, like if any sort of damage were to happen to the textbook and everything, then you would be held fully responsible for providing the cost of replacing the textbook and whatnot. So like if you ship it to them with like pages missing or extensive writing in a textbook that isn't supposed to have extensive writing in it and whatnot, I mean, at that point, again, if there is extensive writing, you just buy it. You don't ever think about renting something like that. But oh my gosh, that particular corner is always tricky. But like if they deem that the textbook has been damaged to a certain extent, then you're on the hook for like forking over the money to give them a new one and everything. I have never ever done the renting option because in the back of my mind, and this is more than likely just me being extra paranoid and whatnot. So I will fully admit to that if like you all think that's just me, this is just me being crazy, being paranoid and whatnot. But I never did the rent option because what their definition of a damaged like textbook, a damaged beyond repair kind of thing, could literally be anything. Did you accidentally have a single drop of like your saliva or something land on the textbook page, like when you sneezed or some shit like that? Did a single drop of that manage to land on the page or something? Did a microscopic chip of the top right corner of page 25, come undone or something? Or is it like super bent? Or something like that. Does there happen to be any sort of like small little tears and everything? Did you accidentally press press down too hard on the page for something? Like, did you accidentally sit on the textbook when you went up to get off your bed or something in order to get a refill on your water or something like that? And so like a lot of the text, a lot of the pages are like crumpled up and everything. Well, it's entirely possible that the textbook company could very well say, hey, that counts as extensive damage in our eyes. Guess who needs to pay some more money in order for you to fully like get the cost of the new textbook? That's you, buddy. That's you. So then you're SOL paying over the cost of getting the new textbook for them. And then how much you want to bet that like if the damage isn't even that bad, they just keep the old textbook, but they take the money from you because that's less money out of their pocket to get the new textbook anyway. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that's happening? So I have never ever rented a textbook for that specific reason. I'm not about to get fucked by these major textbook companies. These major textbook companies that, like, God, why aren't textbooks just fucking free and whatnot? Why aren't all of them free, I should say? Because there are some GigaChat professors. I've had a couple of GigaChat professors who either don't have a textbook for their class or they provide the textbook to you entirely for free. We are not about to get fucked in the ass like that. We are going to restart that event. There are some GigaChat professors who don't have a textbook for their class or they just provide the textbook to you entirely for free, which is really damn nice. It's really damn nice whenever you don't have to worry about that specific cost and whatnot. On the other end of that, though, it does suck whenever like you've gotten done like, you know, paying off the tuition, be it like with anything that you saved up, or, you know, if like the cost is too expensive and you've had to like take out loans and everything for that. If you've had to do that, there we go. If I could word good, that would be very beneficial to my long-term success here, both on Twitch and just in life in general. If I can pronounce words very clearly and correctly, that would also be very helpful and beneficial and whatnot. Oh, okay. That guy just randomly decided to die. I mean, I'll take it. That's one less guy in my ass. I'll take it. I will take that, sure. But yeah, so just imagine, like, you've gotten done paying off the tuition for that, like, semester or for the academic year, you know, if you're able to have the option to just pay it off for the whole academic year for there. You get to your class, you sit down, you go through all of your, like, day one classes and everything, like, your orientations for all of your classes. I don't know what my plan was there. It was definitely a plan. Was it a very well thought out one? No, but it was a plan. So you go through all of that class, and then you look over, and then you realize, oh shit, you know, like, say 2 out of the 4 classes that you're taking require, like, textbooks that you need to buy, or like 3 out of the 4, or hell, if you're super unlucky, then all 4 of them require textbooks that you need to buy online. And then you do your due diligence of looking around for alternate means of acquiring the textbook, let's just say. And then next thing you know, you're looking at, like, spending an extra $200-something in textbooks, though, because maybe you found 1 or 2 of them, like, for free and everything. But then it turns out, oopsie, the other 2 just aren't available, and you have to buy them because the ones that you were able to find are, like, the wrong year, like they're too old, for instance, or like they're locked behind their own individual, like, you know, paywall or subscription model or something, which would entirely defeat the purpose of you going through those other means of acquiring the textbooks and everything. So, excuse me. So it's like, fuck, like, what do you do? What do you do at that point? Why are you trying to shove into my rear like you're anyone special? Nah, buddy. Why are you trying to ram into my ass like you're the top around here? No, you can keep on shunting. You can keep on shunting if you want. Rubbing. That's right. Get pinned to the wall and made a wreck. There you go. See, chat? Takedown target achieved. I clipped through that. Oh my god. Whee! Oh, can I get him? Can I get him? Yeah, that's right, baby. Let's go. Weird camera angles won't stop me. Oh, fuck me. This is an eliminating. Yeah, the eliminating event, not eliminator. Eliminator. Yeah, this is an eliminator event. The problem is, this is a Burnout 3 eliminator event. So, rather than the much better method that Revenge and Dominator uses for its elimination modes, the last place is eliminated every lap, not every 30 seconds, not literally not in any faster way. Just oops, you gotta do it. You gotta do it every lap for some reason. To To be fair, as far as I'm concerned, I don't recall there. Well, to be fair, I haven't played either. I haven't played Burnout 2 or the original game anyway, so I wouldn't know off the top of my head. To be fair, but I don't think. I should say I don't think. I don't think there are any. I don't think there. I thought that said perfect lap, for instance, or for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean perfect lap? I crashed at the end. But to be fair, this is the first one. You know, granted, I don't think there are eliminator events in Burnout 1 or 2. I could be entirely wrong there, though, so do not quote me on that. But assuming this is the first time, I can kinda forgive Criterion for doing it on a per lap basis, given that this is the first iteration. The first iteration of anything is going to have its flaws and things that need to be improved on and everything. So I can't be too mad in the grand scheme of things. It also helps that the rest of Burnout 3 is just damn amazing. And everything, though, I will still hold to my stance of Revenge being my absolute favorite, no matter what brownie points, no matter what positives I can say about like Takedown or like Dominator and everything. Revenge has and always will be my favorite. Has been and always will be. What did I say? Has and always will be. So it would be has been and always will be my favorite. This is English class, like words, how to pronounce sentences, except, psych, you thought I was the teacher? Nah, I'm the student, because words are hard. Words are difficult. Cries and words are difficult, MP3. Did that, the constantly, like, going back and forth and whatnot with the Limbus Company UI, flicking my mouse cursor on and off the UI elements that make a noise very fast. Yes, like doing that, or like rapidly pressing a button, something like that. It's small little things like that. Small little things like that. All right, there's the perfect lap. That time I actually did a perfect lap. Ow! Why are you shunting me like that? Don't do that. Ow! That hurt. I didn't hurt you. Vroom. Near miss. I will say, I do love how, like, the points, like the near miss, the oncoming and whatnot, the stars that you get and whatnot for, like, drifting and oncoming and near missing and whatnot. I do like how you're incentivized to go, like, even crazier with that, like the 100 points that we got from the drift there, and then the score option at the top right there whenever one of those bonuses pops up. Like, we're at 6460 right now for the score. And everything. I do like how it incentivizes you to go crazy and everything. It reminds me of Hot Pursuit Remastered. It reminds me of the bounty system in that game, where you would get points for like, you know, staying in oncoming for a certain amount of time, taking down like other opponents, taking down cops if you were the racer, or taking down the racers if you were a cop, if you were doing some cop events in Hot Pursuit, and oh god, and everything. You would get bounty for, excuse me, you would get bounty for drifting. You would get bounty for a lot of things in that, and that's what I'm reminded of when I think of this. Which is strange that I'm reminded of something like Hot Pursuit Remastered, because Hot Pursuit Remastered is came out a long while after Burnout 3 here did, and everything. Man, it is crazy to... Man, okay, so, like, on the note of, like, Need for Speed, for instance, well, not even for instance, just on the note of Need for Speed, I wonder what the next Need for Speed game is going to be like. Because I only played a little bit of Unbound, and I personally was not a big fan of it. I was not a big fan of that particular game and whatnot. Just because, like, some of the gameplay mechanics and whatnot seemed to be a little bit, well, not... I'm trying to think for the little bit of time. So the actual, like, gameplay mechanics itself, I'm actually going to rescind that. The actual gameplay mechanics themselves seemed fine. It was just the cringe-ass dialogue, and it was the cringe-ass dialogue, it was the god-awful music choice, and the handling of the cars specifically, like, trying to, like, brake to drift and everything, I found, because you could initiate drifts by tapping, like, both the brake and accelerator. So if you, like, I remember there were situations where I'm trying to get out of a drift, and I like hit the gas once, but then I see a car, so I need to back off, but I don't back off to where like I hit the brakes. I let off the gas and then hit the gas again. But because the game thinks I'm trying to initiate a drift with the accelerator, because I hit the accelerator twice, like my handling is all like loose and I'm like fishtailing and shit like that. I just couldn't get behind like the controls of the handling model of Unbound. Why do I feel like I said Underground instead of Unbound? I don't know. I was half zoned out there. I was half trying to make sure that I wasn't choking. I might have said Underground instead of Unbound by mistake. I'm not sure. I mean, Underground has its own set of issues, mainly the rubber banding, because Jesus fucking Christ, the rubber banding in Underground is rough. But Unbound, if I got the name right, I don't know if I did, but Unbound, yeah, I'm just gonna get behind Unbound personally. Even if it was free for like Game Pass or whatnot, which thankfully when I tried out Unbound, it was like on Game Pass and whatnot, so I didn't even need to pay a dime for that, which was good, especially because you know I only lasted a couple hours before the cringe ass dialogue, the terrible music, and the weird ass handling had me like, yeah, I think I'm gonna let this go. I want there to be another like Need for Speed Heat situation where I find myself legitimately hyped for something like that, because I remember when Need for Speed Heat was like revealed and like the build up to its launch and everything, I remember being like super excited about it and whatnot. I remember like the mobile app, for instance, that like allowed you to customize like your cars like from the mobile app, and then you could have those customizable cars like show up in the actual game itself and whatnot. I distinctly remember that because I think I tried it. I tried to mess around with it for a little bit, but then I just kind of lost interest, and I figured, you know what, I can probably customize my rides on my own and everything. Though I will say, hadn't. Yeah, no, I'd say I didn't. I guess didn't would be the right word, because it's been long enough that it's been long enough since I played Need for Speed Heat that I feel comfortable enough talking about it in like the past tense and whatnot at this point. So I mean, I might return to Heat at some point, but just how are none of these a takedown? Oh my. What the fuck, game? Holy shit, can you quit fucking me? Oh my god. Oh, big stretch. But yeah, I personally liked Need for Speed Heat. And everything. I will say I do still to this day. I'm hoping for like a Carbon remastered, I should say. I don't think a Need for Speed Carbon remastered will ever happen. Not unless it's like an unofficial like kind of thing. Which I mean, if it's unofficial, then that runs the risk of getting like DMCA'd by EA and whatnot. So I don't know. In terms of like an official remaster though, a Need for Speed Carbon remaster sounds really damn good right now. And I would still want an 05 Most Wanted remaster. I don't know what happened to that person there, but they went wee. Bro really said, the bro to my left really said, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me, you son of a bitch. But I would still want an 05 Most Wanted remaster. I need the rubber banding in 05 Most Wanted to be toned down, because Christ almighty, my car lost control there. Because Christ almighty, God, I cannot, like, you know, it was, like I said in... Can we take a minute to appreciate what happened on the screen just now? There were two cars on either side of that road. Keep in mind, I was in a tunnel. Meaning I could not get out of the tunnel until I went through the exit. There were no other paths to my left and right that I could take in order to escape that. There were no there were no other means of an exit. There were two cars right there blocking off either side of the road, and there was physically no way that I could possibly not crash there. Because of the random number generator for the traffic spawns in this game, I got screwed. I got absolutely smashed. Can we take a second to observe the amount of bullshittery that was on the screen just there? I'm gonna give this a couple more seconds because I feel like we need to appreciate the absurdity of what happened there. There was physically nothing that I could do. And I get it. I really do. I get it. If you want to have traffic in your illegal street racing style video game, I bumped into the mic again, fuck me. If you want to have traffic in order to give that extra immersion and everything for that, then sometimes getting pile drive to the wall 6 ways from Sunday while you're being, while you're in a chokehold and everything, and all of that jazz, sometimes that's necessary. It's a necessary evil for things like that to happen when the game decides to say, you know what, I'm going to screw you over out of this win, out of this takedown, out of this win, or just because for the hell of it. It could be you literally have nothing to lose at that point. You could have already gotten the gold. You could have already gotten the gold. You could have already gotten a new personal best for your event. You could have already just been taking down other opponents just for the hell of it. But even then, the game says, no, you may have gotten the win, but I see no reason to stop screwing you over. So, yeah. All right, I think we spent enough time appreciating that. We can get back to the game now. We can get back to it. Pop filter is back in its place. Let's retry that. Because even though we were on a roll with the takedowns, I am not about to get insulted like that. I'm not about to get backhanded. I am not about to just stand there and take it. Funnily enough, this the whole resolve of me not no longer just standing there and taking any kind of bullshit and whatnot was because, or is rather, unfortunately is because I'm still in this line of work, is because of my time in retail. The first store. Oh wow, did you see that? I got pinned between 2 cars. God, if only that were me between 2 guys and their massive pecs. I mean, anyway, I'm bro. Take me out to fucking dinner before you pin me to the fucking wall like that. Buddy, can we go out to eat first? Can we go out and have like a nice steak or something? Then I'll let you slam into me as much as you want. I'm good. I'm good when things get a little physical. I kind of like that shit, I won't lie. But can we wait until after we've eaten? Okay? Quit smacking me around like that until then. God. But anyway, the whole, like, I'm not going to just sit around and take shit like that is, because of my line in retail work, where I've unfortunately, and still do, take occasional shit from customers whenever a coupon doesn't go through, or whenever just something or the other, whenever they have a problem with something, and I'm the first person that they see, and even though I was not the one to make the decision on the price, on the policy, on the whatever, customers are like, yeah, you need to fix this, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like no. Back when I was first like in retail, back at like the previous store that I worked at before I left for like the store that I'm working at now. Back then, I used to take like a ton of shit just because I didn't have a good sense of where that line was drawn. I didn't have a good sense of like what kind of talk back can you do to a customer that lets them know, hey, I'm not gonna take your shit, but also what is the limit on that talk back so that you don't get fired at that point, Because if store policy allowed me to go off on a customer, if store policy allowed me to throw hands with a customer, how in like Waffle Houses, for instance, like a lot of the staff in like different Waffle Houses like are allowed to fight like rowdy customers and whatnot, like fights at the local Waffle House, and well, I don't know, it's depending on, oh come on, I forgot there's that bit of a delay with the takedown. Fights at the Waffle House and everything. You know how like the staff there are like given the okay to fight like rowdy customers. Can I do that? Can I do that with Karen? Can I do that with Karen at the checkout line, or at the checkout line at the store and everything? If Karen's gonna keep, oh, what the fuck happened there? I was in the middle of a takedown cutscene there, game. I did not have any way to avoid that wreck. Like I would totally, you know what, maybe I shouldn't complete that sentence. I feel like Twitch might get a little upset with me if I complete the sentence of a fist fight happening to like a theoretical customer. I don't know. I feel like Twitch would be like, hey, are you inciting something like that, buddy? Because Lord knows Twitch moderation is the best in the land and everything. Twitch moderation is so superb that it's beautiful and whatnot. Yeah, no, let creators who rake in millions of dollars for your company get away with the most abhorrent shit ever. Meanwhile, the regular streamer man and everything made a slight little hiccup, and then that person deserves a permaban or something like that. I'm not talking about any specific event. No specific event that I'm aware of happened. It's just generally about Twitch. Their inconsistent enforcement of the TOS. Because if you make the platform enough money, if you make the platform enough money, Twitch is absolutely willing to like let a lot of things go for you. Because the income that you're generating for them, like keeping someone who is making a lot of money for the platform on, even if they're like super controversial, even if they're super controversial, or they did like, if they did like something super bad that's like a clear violation of the TOS, if they're making enough money for the platform, then Twitch is like, we'll give you a slap on the wrist, you know, to give the illusion that like we're enforcing the TOS, but you can stay on the platform and everything. I mean, Twitch is also literally online, so that's what I was about to comment next, actually. Yeah. Wait, I'm just noticing the chat. Horny full fussy. What the fuck is that? What is that clip title? What is that clip title? Oh no. Yeah, no, oh god, if I had a viewer titled their clip "horny full fussy," I definitely need a cold shower after stream. What the fuck is going on with me today? Chat, what's happening with me today? But yeah, Twitch is also, and that's another reason why. That's another reason why they have inconsistent TOS enforcements and whatnot. Because if they are on life support financially, no shit, they're going to let like a controversial streamer or someone who did a major no-no against the terms of service or something. No wonder they're going to let that person go if that means the company can keep on living. If that money being generated can go into like Twitch, you know, still being alive and kicking, then unfortunately, you know, from their perspective, it's a no-brainer. It's a no shit kind of situation, and everything. Yeah, as someone who has been streaming on the platform for 10 months or so, is that right? January to, no, not. I keep on thinking January itself is a month, but no, January to February would be month 1, then yeah, February to March to April, so that's what, 9 months, something like that? 9 to 10 months, around that time frame. As someone who has streamed, you know, for that long, I can definitely understand why even though lots of people do stream on Twitch, that Twitch gets a shit ton of complaints thrown their way, and rightfully so. And honestly, with Twitch being on life support and everything, I know I've mentioned this like a couple times before in however many streams ago it's been. Like, I know this is a semi-frequent talking point that I like to bring up every now and then on streams, but Twitch's future is uncertain. Like, I am in a spot where, like, is Twitch gonna be around in 10 years from now? Like, is Twitch still going to be a viable live streaming option platform for, oh god, is Twitch still gonna be around like 10 years from now? Is Twitch still gonna be around like 5 years from now, even with how desperate their situation is? Is that gonna even be a thing? And where else would I and like everyone else who streams on Twitch, where would we all go if the day did come where Twitch had to, like, you know, file for bankruptcy or like shut down entirely or something like that? Like, where would we go? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not want to have to start streaming on Kick, because God, give me an alternate streaming give me literally anything else other than Kick, please. Because God, Kick is terrible. Fuck Kick. Say it louder for those in the back. Yes, absolutely. absolutely. Fuck Kick indeed. Yeah, fuck Kick. Yeah. Yeah, if it came down to me, like if Twitch shut down and it came me, what was, and it came me, yeah, I know how to word good. If Twitch shut down and it came to me either streaming on Kick or, you know, not streaming at all / going on a hiatus until a better platform were to emerge, I would take that hiatus. I would take that break. No matter how many months it would take for something other than Kick to become as popular as Twitch, you know? I would absolutely do that because fuck Kick, indeed. Shit is terrible. Shit is terrible. Kick is like the rainforest of the furry fandom. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, Rainforest was a very controversial furry convention that effectively was the con for people who had been banned from like other conventions to go to and everything. And so as a result, Rainforest was filled to the brim with controversy of like really rowdy behavior, really shitty people as well there in general. They made a mess of the place. And everything, and it didn't take long in the grand scheme of things for Rainforest to be shut down from just the absolute monstrosity of a behavior. Internet Historian, yeah, that's an older video from Internet Historian, but yeah, the failure of Rainforest, I think that video was called, but yeah, Internet Historian made a video on it. Yep. Yeah. Ooh, I like this car. Vroom vroom. Hey, there's the Burnout 2 looking car. Let's go. The Custom Coupe Ultimate. Ugh. Big sippy. But yeah, so Rainforest is no longer a thing, which is good because, well, even if it was still around, I doubt anyone would. Can we take a moment to appreciate what happened? Well, not even appreciate. Can we take a moment to analyze the bullshit that just happened on the screen there? I know I was in the middle of a sentence, but can we talk about that for a second? I was the one to make the aggressive move. I was the one to shunt into the opponent from behind. And what does the game do? The game thinks that I was the one who took the hit. I was not the deliverer. I was not the delivery man of the shunt there. I was the receiver of the shunt. And so the game says, off to the side you go. And guess what? We are on probably one of the worst off parts of Burnout's map here. This specific part with all of the pillars and then all the traffic in the middle and everything there as well. We are at one of the low points in Burnout 3's map design here. And this is why. This is one of the many reasons why. Because if I make a move that should cause the other opponent, not this guy right here, not this guy right here, but the other person to careen off into the side, they should be the one to do that, not me. So the game really thought that I was the one to get shunted, and the game said, no you. The game literally deployed the no you card on me. And the game said, no, fuck off. Retry, buddy. Re-fucking try. And you know what? Fair enough, game. Fair enough. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit down on the D-pad once. I'm going to hit the I was about to say the X button, but I think officially it's the cross button on PlayStation, right? Or in my case, the A button on my Xbox controller. Oh wait, shit, no. I mean, this is a PlayStation 2 controller. I'm not doing anything else. And I'm going to hit yes. So you know what? Fair play, game. Fair play. Except not fair play, actually, because that was complete bullshit. Anyway, off we go. Wait, hold on. I didn't get my pop filter back in place. Okay, there we go. All right, take two. Let's try this again. When the bottom thinks they're the top. Is this part just a guarantee of death at the start here? Is this part just a guarantee of death? It might just be a guarantee of death at the start here. Might just be the guarantee of death. I don't know. Might just be the guarantee of, yeah, you know what? It's the guarantee of death. It's the guarantee of death on this part of the track. I genuinely would like to know who was the brilliant mastermind behind all of these like pillars and everything down here. I genuinely would like to know. I genuinely would like to know like how many hours of sleep they got on that night, because I presume they didn't get very many nights of sleep if they thought of that abomination over there with like the pillars and everything. They clearly were not, their head clearly was not on straight for that day if they thought that that was good map design. Just yeah. One of you motherfuckers needs to crash. There you go. Don't you copium in my chat. It's genuinely bad map design. Oh god, I thought the opponent was right there. And I'm gonna lay off on the boost here. Man, I miss being able to infinitely boost. Where's my infinite boost from Dominator? Cries. I will say, okay, so I've thought about this more. Oh my god. Fuck you. I thought about this more, but it's interesting for me to think about it. There is something from every Burnout game that I have played that I like about it. Like, there's a unique thing that I like about each game. For Burnout 3, the main thing, or one of the main things I should say, I don't know if it's the main thing that I like. Game, I am the one slamming into the other opponent. You need to update the consistency of who gets thrown around because of the hits. Was Burnout 3's like detection of who shunted into who always this shit? Or am I just having streamer luck right now? Was it, oh god, was it always this bad? Or am I just having streamer luck right now? I really want to only be having streamer luck, because god, I do like Burnout 3, but come on now. Oh, that's the car in the middle there. Damn, they both just brake checked the fuck out of me. Okay. Come on now, third. Can I get another takedown? There we go. Okay. Revenge, baby. Hey, wait a minute. Revenge. That's a Burnout revenge thing. What are you doing in Burnout 3? Ow. Oh, can I get the aftertouch takedown? I got the aftertouch takedown on the taxi. That doesn't give me any boost, but I'll take it. Wee. Hold on, no, I want to keep going. I want to see how far ahead I want to see how far ahead the car in first place is. I want to see how far ahead it is, because occasionally the rubber banding in Burnout 3 Takedown can completely break. Most notably in the Eliminator events, whenever like you're far behind in the pack and you're like in second place trying to catch up, occasionally the person in first place can just rubber band to like the 15th dimension and everything. That can occasionally happen, so I want to see if this is happening here, because I have not seen first place in a while. Whenever it gives you like the you are X seconds ahead or X seconds behind, I want to see what that says when I get into second place here. Oh, I'm not even going to have a chance. Okay, so they must have rubber banded into the 15th dimension. Okay, sure. Sure thing. All right, chat, one, let's count how many seconds I last before we get thrown into the pillars, the pillars of doom. 2, 4, 9, 12, 24, 15, 53, 49, 69, nice. I actually lived through that entire pillar section, holy shit. You know what the fucked up thing is, though? I don't feel like I displayed really any amount of skill there. I feel like I just got lucky, like dead ass. I feel like I just got kind of lucky with the positions of the cars and everyone at that particular moment in time. I'm like, damn. Like, I can't even say that was all like skill or anything. For once, I'm gonna admit, that was more self-luck than any skill. I will concede. Short little air time, 10 points. You are a second ahead. Thread the needle there. Aw, how is that not the 2-star for the near miss? Boo. Oh, God. Near miss, 15. Near miss, 10. We are still 1 second ahead. As long as we can maintain the lead here, oh, we will be good. Near miss 10. I won't lie, I thought I was entirely about to choke that. I feel like I was on a talking point about traffic checking for Burnout Revenge, but then I kind of got sidetracked there. So, traffic checking in Burnout Revenge. There's a reason why I would absolutely love for that particular gameplay mechanic to come back. And the reason why is just because it unlocks a whole new variety of options for you to approach not only car combat, but just events in general. Like, if you can shunt cars in the same lane that you are in out of the way and everything, then that does wonders for like the game. It does wonders for the game because it eliminates at least half, like one side of the road. It eliminates the problem of like whenever you get whenever like you're unlucky enough to have a car like in the specific lane that you're in, like with the blind turn and everything. It eliminates that like fear, at least if you're doing it on the right side of the road. If you're on the oncoming lane, if you're on the wrong side of the road, then you still have that risk because you can't traffic check oncoming in whatchamacallit, in Revenge. Though I will say it would be interesting if in however long it would take for God, I don't know if we're ever gonna get another Burnout game, because it's been so long since we've had a new Burnout game, let alone like any like just Burnout news in general, I think. But if there comes another time where we get another Burnout game and everything, I would totally be down to have the devs, like have Criterion experiment with playing around with the traffic so that you could traffic check oncoming cars as well. I'm curious. I am just yum. Yummy. I don't know, I ate dinner a little bit ago, but I'm still kind of hungry, I won't lie. But I'd be interested for that. Chat, big yawn. Oh my golly goopness, why am I yawning? It is only 7:50. Oh, we're one takedown away from 69. Did you see that? No, we made it to 68. Ah, fuck. We have a face-off event. Let's do this. I'ma get me some more agua. But I would totally be down. I'd be down for the devs to explore the idea of like traffic checking for oncoming and everything. Because not only would that fit into the theme of Burnout games, asking you to be not just dangerous like out on the roads, but an absolute menace out on the roads. Burnout games ask you to be a vehicular weapon of mass destruction with how much chaos and carnage that you're incentivized to do and to cause and everything there. So that would honestly fit. It would unlock more like takedown options as well, because you'd be able to traffic check oncoming into an opponent and everything, like how you can traffic check like cars in the lane that you're in. How you can do that in Revenge, but imagine that, but for oncoming as well. It would combat the feeling of getting absolutely screwed by RNG, the random number generator, for different events and everything. So that would add to the gameplay more. That would add to the gameplay more, because you wouldn't need to worry about getting like screwed over and everything, while keeping the, I don't know if immersion is the right word, because Burnout games have never been about emulating like reality or something like that. Burnout has always been like, what type of just crazy balls to the wall like fantasy kind of like things can we do within the world of like arcade racing and cars and whatnot. But whatchamacallit? But so it's never been about like emulating or like copying reality. And oh god, it's never been about. Boy, I would. Oh, okay, there. Now that, of course, when the opponent passes, that's when the traffic check, or not the traffic check. That's when the aftertouch takedown camera is like, oh, now you want to. Now you want to see at the end there? That was close. That was close. Want you to make it so George W. Bush invades you because you're such a vehicular WMD. That's essentially like the energy that Burnout games give, though, with how much carnage like you're incentivized to do and everything. Yeah. But yeah, so that traffic checking would incentivize all of that. I'm trying to think, what features would I want in a future Burnout game? I'm trying to think. So definitely that, like traffic checking for oncoming as well would be one. No, I went 2 over. We could have had 69. No, I fucked it up. We went to 70. No, I goofed it up. I done goofed it up. No. So yeah, there's that. More in-depth customization is another one that I would want in a Burnout game. Like if a Burnout game were to ever, like a new Burnout game, I should say, if a new Burnout game were to ever show itself and everything, I would want what other cars? Let's do the Dominator Compact. If another Burnout game were to ever be released in the future, in-depth car customization would be a big like thing for me. Like being able to design your own livery and like body kits and whatnot. I mean, I will say though, for body kits in particular, I wonder if like that would ever even happen, because the way that Burnout has, or at least in games like Revenge, for instance, the way that Revenge did like their progression, for instance, is that a lot of like the fucking fuck happened there. A lot of like the cars that would show up in like your first like half or so, like your first third, your first quarter, whatever of your playthrough, they would be like reused, but just with performance upgrades, so higher top speeds, and then things like body kits and whatnot. So body kits, spoilers, and things like that. So I don't know if like the devs would ever want to, like if Criterion were to ever be tasked with developing another Burnout game, there would like be that incentive to allow for body customization. I mean, I guess it would depend. It would depend on what kind of progression system they would want to use and how they would want to go about like vehicle selection / vehicle diversity. Like how many unique vehicles would there be versus older vehicles, but just faster and like looking different with different like body kits and whatnot. So that would be up to the devs. But first things first, are we ever going to get another Burnout game in the future? Because the last official like release of a Burnout anything was when Burnout Paradise Remastered released. And you know, actually, hold on. I want to look up real quick. When was Burnout Paradise Remastered released? How long ago has it been? Burnout Paradise Remastered. Burnout Paradise, well, it gives me the original, the 2008 one. When was Burnout? Oh, shit. Burnout Paradise Remastered is $4.99 on Steam right now. Hold on. Wait, I'm getting sidetracked. Oh, shit. I'd have that. How much longer? I would have until the 11th. Shit, man. $4 for the Steam version of Paradise. Not too shabby. I mean, I have Paradise on literally every other platform that I have and whatnot. But there's whatchamacallit. My love for Paradise. Even though Paradise isn't my favorite, I do still really enjoy it. Burnout Paradise Remastered release date, March 16th, 2018. So it's, wow, yeah, that is nuts. 2018. So that is, wow, that's a hot minute, isn't it? Because that's 2019. That's 20, 21, 22. Yeah, six years. Wow, 6 years since Burnout anything. That is pretty bleak. Because I don't know, if in 6 years something hasn't like gotten any updates, I don't know. Criterion is too busy with like Need for Speed or something like that, probably, in order for them to even like think about Burnout, let alone have EA greenlight a project like that. Because keep in mind, EA as the publisher, they own Criterion. So Criterion takes orders from EA. It's you know, above all else, it's entirely up to EA on whether they would even want a Burnout something. But let's be honest, though, with how Electronic Arts, with how EA is conducting themselves recently, especially with like them saying that they are all fully on board, you know, like implementing AI to replace the human worker as much as possible in like the creation process for a game and whatnot, like they are not holding back their shame when they say they are fully ready to embrace AI with open arms, not as like an assisted, not as an assistant or like a tool or something to be used by a human. No, they're looking, I'm willing to bet good money that they are absolutely willing to replace the human worker entirely, because it's EA, it's Electronic Arts. It realistically should not be a surprise. It's disappointing, don't get me wrong. It's still infuriating, but it's not particularly surprising. At least, you know, for someone like me who has seen like a lot of the damage that that Electronic Arts as a company has like done and everything. Man, remember when EA used to be like a well-respected company and everything? Remember the early to mid 2000s when they were behind games like the NASCAR Thunder games, for instance, like Thunder 2003, Thunder 2004, 05 chase for the 2005 chase for the Cup, 06, there we go. You know, like 06 and 07. Remember that time. When can we have that Electronic Arts again? When can we have the EA that actually kinda, maybe, sorta, kinda gives a shit? I know I said kinda twice in the same sentence there. When do we get back onto that timeline? Oh, never? We'll never get to that timeline? Okay. Unfortunately, that does sound about right. That we would never get to that whatchamacallit, that point in time again, or that timeline rather again. Sad. Yeah, realistically, I do think indie is where. Man, you know what? You know what's the fucked up thing though? I just realized. So every now and then, I've brought up the topic of whether or not a AAA video gaming market crash is likely, right? Because consumers aren't going to be buying the games and whatnot, and everything, and then like companies will have to like, you know, lay off some more staff, try to pile on more work onto a steadily shrinking dev team and everything, and then it's just going to be a snowball effect until the very end and everything. Man, you know, if they don't need to pay as many people, like if they're going to take the EA route and replace as many human workers with AI as possible and whatnot, would they be able to hold on to like enough money in order to like survive like a low point or something like that? I don't know, because I mean, I'm not rooting for like a AAA gaming crash or anything like that, because I don't want people, especially like people in the trenches who are just like taking orders from like leadership and whatnot, I don't want to actively root for them losing their jobs or anything like that, you know, because like even though I would be happy if like a publisher like EA were to fully capitulate and like declare bankruptcy and everything, if the evil were to be defeated and whatnot, I would still feel bad for like, you know, the people in like not in leadership positions. I would feel bad. I would feel bad for them like losing their jobs and everything still. So I'm not actively rooting for like a crash to occur and whatnot. But to say that like me realizing that if like they were to go full-blown EA and like utilize AI and therefore not need to pay as many people and therefore they'd be able to hold on to the savings, so if times did get tough and a AAA gaming crash were to, you know, be more likely to occur, they'd be able to dip into those savings and survive like through the crash and then continue to just be evil scumbag pieces of shit, nickel and diming every single player for whatever respective franchises that particular greedy publisher, developer / publisher owns. You know, like, I don't know. The gaming market's a bit of a mess, a wee bit of a mess. Let's see, 8:01. I think I'm gonna call the stream there tonight. We did a solid 2 hours. We did a solid 2 hours and everything. So I think we'll be. I think that's a good place to call it there. Let me, here, since we are going to call it there, let me get the music going here. Chat. So, with it being the end of the stream, it's time for me to say the line. See the line, Thunderous. Oh, posture check. Okay. Oh, one last flurry of redeems before the end of the stream here. Oh, big stretch, part of the posture check. Why am I yawning again? I'm not even that tired. Or maybe I am tired, I don't know. Hydrate. Yes, I still have plenty of water. Actually, I was afraid that I ran out. Oh. And another big stretch. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Chad, if you don't, like, groan and, like, yell and make noises and everything when you stretch, is it really a good stretch at that point? I think you need, I think, like, the moans and groans and everything part of a stretch, that needs to be a thing in order for it to be a good one. So, chat, with that all being said, see the line, Thunderous? With that all being said, thank you all for what? Oh, why is it not letting me? We went through an ad cycle. Why is it not? Okay, we're gonna speedrun this. YouTube, Twitter. I'm not about to have everyone caught up in the ad break. There's that. I stream 2 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. No, we went through an ad cycle. I should have an ads news. We are going to raid the cutest burb in the land. We are going to raid Darv. I'm going to keep this outro short and sweet. I'm not sure what I want to do on Wednesday. I will cross that bridge when I get to it. Whatever we're doing on Wednesday, I will let you all know there. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and peace out, everyone. Nice try, ad break. You should be giving me the option to snooze, but you're not. Guess what we're gonna do? Guess what we're gonna do, ad break?